Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India stands as a symbol of strategic autonomy, peace and inclusive growth amid global tensions. Campaigning for Bihar Assembly Elections intensifies as top leaders of both NDA and Mahagathbandhan hold rallies to woo the voters. Government to launch Model Youth Gram Sabha initiative to strengthen Janbhagidari and promote participatory local governance in New Delhi today. Met Department issues red alert of heavy rainfall for 8 districts in Telangana today. 28 people killed in Caribbean during destruction brought by Hurricane Melissa. And in ICC Women's ODI World Cup, India to take on Australia in the second semifinal in Navi Mumbai this afternoon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched initiatives worth 2.2 lakh crore rupees to strengthen India's maritime sector. Addressing the Maritime Leaders Conclave in Mumbai yesterday, Mr. Modi said, amid global tensions, trade disruptions and shifting supply chains, India stands as a symbol of strategic autonomy, peace and inclusive growth. He said India is accelerating efforts to reach new heights in shipbuilding. The Prime Minister said Indian ports have set a new record by handling the highest cargo ever this year. Noting that several projects related to the shipping sector have been launched at the conclave, the Prime Minister highlighted that memorandums of understanding worth lakhs of crores of rupees have also been signed in the shipping sector. Mr. Modi said the maritime sector is driving India's growth. He said over the last decade, the sector has transformed significantly, boosting trade and port infrastructure.
साथियों, हमें गर्व है कि आज भारत के पोर्ट डेवलपिंग वर्ल्ड के सबसे एफिशिएंट पोर्ट में गिने जाते हैं। कई मामलों में तो वो डेवलप वर्ल्ड के पोर्ट से भी बेहतर प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं। भारतीय पोर्ट ग्लोबल शिपिंग लाइन के लिए और अधिक कॉम्पिटिटिव और अट्रैक्टिव बन गए हैं।
In Bihar Assembly Elections, all political parties have thrown their full strength into campaigning. Star campaigners and senior leaders from both the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan are addressing multiple election rallies and public meetings to woo the voters. Voting for 121 assembly constituencies will be held on the 6th of November in the first phase. Details from our correspondent.
BJP's star campaigner and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address election rallies today in Muzaffarpur and Chhapra. This will be the Prime Minister's second visit to Bihar after the announcement of state assembly polls. Meanwhile, BJP's star campaigner and Union Home Minister Amit Shah will address election rallies on the second consecutive day of his campaign in Tarapur, in Munger, Hilsa in Nalanda and Paliganj in Patna district. BJP National President JP Nadda will address public meetings in Brahmapur in Buxar and Bikram in Patna. From the Mahagathbandhan Alliance, RJD leader Tejasvi Prasad Yadav has taken complete charge of the election campaign. Today, he will address 10 public meetings in Madhepura, Darbhanga and Muzaffarpur districts. Leaders from other parties including the Jan Suraj Party, Jan Shakti Janata Dal and the Bahujan Samaj Party are also actively campaigning. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, Akashvani News, Patna.
Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi is also scheduled to address public meetings in Barbhiga in Sheikhpura and Noosarai in Nalanda districts today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will begin his 2-day visit to Gujarat today. He will inaugurate and lay foundation stones of infrastructure and development projects worth over 1,140 crore rupees in Ekta Nagar, Kevadia today. The projects that will be inaugurated include the Birsa Munda Tribal University in Rajpipla, Vaman Vriksha Vatika, e-bus charging depot and 25 electric buses. Further, Mr. Modi will lay the foundation stone of various projects including Museum of Royal Kingdoms of India, Sports Complex, jetty development near Shul Paneshwar Ghat and travelators at the Statue of Unity, among others. Union Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia said that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is a legacy, an idea and an institution for this nation. He urged citizens of the country, especially youth, to take inspiration from his life to build a Viksit Bharat. He made these remarks while delivering the Sardar Patel Memorial Lecture 2025 at Akashvani Bhavan in New Delhi yesterday. Dr. Mandavia said that by removing Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is completing Sardar Patel's unfinished work.
We should know Sardar Sahib. We should understand Sardar Sahib. We should take inspiration from Sardar Sahib. What was special about him? That today, by uniting 562 states, we commemorate him as a man of iron, as the creator of the whole of India.
As a mark of respect to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was India's first Information and Broadcasting Minister, Akashvani hosts the annual Sardar Patel Memorial Lecture. The recording of this lecture will be broadcast at 9:30 p.m. on the entire network of Akashvani on the occasion of Sardar Patel's birth anniversary tomorrow. The government will launch the Model Youth Gram Sabha MYGS initiative in New Delhi today. This initiative is a joint effort of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. During the event, a training module on Model Youth Gram Sabha and the MYGS portal will also be unveiled. The Panchayati Raj Ministry in a statement informed that the initiative will be rolled out across over 1,000 schools nationwide. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. In Telangana, the India Met Department has issued a red alert of very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall for 8 districts, including Warangal, Yadadri, Bhuvanagiri, Siddipet, and Rajanna Sirsila. Over a dozen districts have been issued flood alert today. Heavy rain slashed several parts of Telangana following the landfall of severe cyclonic storm Motha in neighbouring Andhra Pradesh. Warangal, Hanumakonda, Janagaon, Mehbubabad, Karimnagar, Siddipet and Khammam received extremely heavy rainfall of above 20 centimetres in one day. More from our correspondent.
Under the influence of cyclonic storm Mantha, heavy rain slashed many parts of Telangana with Bhimadevarpalle of Hanmakunda district recorded the highest of 422 millimeters of rainfall till 5 am this morning. Met officials issued a red alert of extremely heavy rainfall for 8 districts today and flood alerts to about a dozen districts. NDRF and SDRF teams have been pressed into action for rescue and relief operations, especially in low-lying and waterlogged areas. Several trains, including the Konark Express and Golconda Express among others, were cancelled and many others were diverted due to flooding at Dornakal Junction in Mehbubabad district. A Vande Bharat Express train at Khammam was stalled and about 60 passengers were transported to Warangal by buses. State capital Hyderabad too witnessed heavy rainfall and the civic authorities have deployed disaster management teams some places for relief activities. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy has called for a video conference with the district collectors and revenue officials of the cyclone-affected districts later today. Lakshmi, Akashvani News, Hyderabad.
India Meteorological Department IMD has issued an orange alert for heavy rainfall over Bihar, Saurashtra and Kutch today. It has also predicted heavy rainfall over Chhattisgarh, coastal Andhra Pradesh, East Madhya Pradesh, East Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Telangana, Vidarbha, West Bengal and Sikkim. The weather agency has forecast thunderstorm accompanied with lightning over Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, East Rajasthan, Gangetic West Bengal, Konkan, Goa, Maharashtra, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karaikal and West Madhya Pradesh. With the 56th International Film Festival of India IFFI 2025 scheduled to be held from the 20th to the 28th of November 2025 at Panaji in Goa, registrations are now exclusively open for media persons. According to an official press release, accredited media professionals will have exclusive access to film screenings, panel discussions, masterclasses and networking sessions with eminent filmmakers and artists from across the globe. The GST Bachat Utsav kicked off on the 22nd of September as the Narendra Modi government slashed GST rates in many sectors, benefiting citizens across the country. Today, our correspondent brings a report on how the new GST rates in the apparel and footwear sector are helping citizens. Here is the report.
The next generation GST reforms have provided major relief to the apparel and footwear sector. The reform, aimed at easing the burden on young manufacturers, have made production more cost-effective and ensured that quality ready-made garments and footwear become more affordable for consumers. Under the new tax structure, GST has been reduced to 5% for up to 2,500 rupees per piece on ready-made garments. This rationalization has stimulated domestic demand in small towns and rural regions. Similarly, the tax rates on man-made yarns have been reduced from 12% to 5%, reducing reliance on imports and boosting exports. In addition, footwear priced up to 2,500 rupees per pair now attract only 5% GST instead of 12%, making stylish and durable footwear more accessible to young and middle-income consumers. This rationalization has significantly encouraged the country's manufacturing base, benefit consumers and make these products more affordable. With Ishani and Drishti, Aman Yadav, Akashvani News, Delhi.
28 people have lost lives in destruction brought by Hurricane Melissa in the Caribbean. Melissa is now passing through the Bahamas as a Category 1 hurricane after making landfall in Cuba this morning. Cuba suffered significant damage from the storm and around 140,000 people were cut off by rising river levels. Melissa hit Jamaica yesterday as one of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes on record, caused major damage to public infrastructure and left most of the island without power. US President Donald Trump and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung have finalized details of their trade deal at a summit in South Korea yesterday. President Trump said that Seoul has agreed to invest $350 billion in the United States, marking a partial breakthrough in trade negotiations after months of discussions. He said South Korea has agreed to buy US oil and gas in vast quantities, and investments into US by wealthy South Korean companies and businessmen will exceed $600 billion. He said he has also given approval to Seoul to build a nuclear-powered submarine. World leaders are gathering in South Korea for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation APEC summit beginning tomorrow. The summit is expected to bring together heads of state and government from 21 member economies as they aim to chart new paths for cooperation, trade, security and technology. In ICC Women's ODI World Cup, India will face Australia in the second semi-final in Navi Mumbai today. The match is scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Jyotsana Srivastav.
Thank you, Sunil. Trump says straight back with India in works, hails Modi. Headlines: The Asian Age. After their 23rd round of talks, Indian and Chinese military commanders have agreed to use existing mechanisms to resolve any ground issues, reports Hindustan Times. The Hindu quotes the Prime Minister of Thailand as saying that India will repatriate 500 of its citizens who recently crossed into Thailand fleeing from a Myanmar military operation against a cyber scam hub there. The Delhi government has cancelled 2 cloud seeding trials citing insufficient moisture content in the clouds, writes The Hindu. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation will run 40 extra weekday trips to reduce pollution, reports The Pioneer. And finally, the Times of India reports that early this month, flash floods in North Bengal swept away at least a dozen rhinos from Jaladhar National Park. A massive rescue mission over 3 weeks has managed to bring home 11 rhinos. And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Vaibhav. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India stands as a symbol of strategic autonomy, peace and inclusive growth amid global tensions. Campaigning for Bihar Assembly Elections intensifies as top leaders of both NDA and Mahagathbandhan hold rallies to woo the voters. Government to launch Model Youth Gram Sabha initiative to strengthen Janbhagidari and promote participatory local governance in New Delhi today. Met Department issues red alert of heavy rainfall for 8 districts in Telangana today. 28 people killed in Caribbean during destruction brought by Hurricane Melissa. And in ICC Women's ODI World Cup, India to take on Australia in the second semi-final in Navi Mumbai this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.